Hi guys, this is your guy here, the unknown trader, okay? And I believe you all had a profitable day, okay? If you are still struggling with consistency, guys, I'm here to help you where I can, okay? So, today was Thursday, one of the most volatile days and one of the days with red major news, okay? So guys, as you can see, here are the news, okay? And one thing quite quick, I just want to appreciate all of you who have subscribed, who like my videos and who comment. That is good for the algorithm. It keeps like the channel going and it gives it the ability to reach many traders who are still struggling. The goal is for everybody to become profitable and to sustain that profitability, because most of these things here happen day in day out. Okay, everything we talk about happens every day. One currency will be ready, okay, and it happens over and over and over again. It keeps repeating itself. There is nothing new in the market. These things keep repeating themselves. So guys, if you haven't subscribed and you are struggling with consistency, kindly subscribe, because I will be dropping videos that will help everyone. Okay, if you have something that you can help with, do comment. Okay, if you have something that you're worried about or you want clarity about, do comment. Okay, so now that we've got this out of the way, let's go to our charts. But before that, please, if you look at this video, that's where I explained 1 2 3, because in my video today I'll be talking about 1 2 3, and most of the time I want you to understand what I'm talking about. So if you don't understand 1 2 3, just look at this video which says still not profitable, do this instead. Okay, so guys, let's jump into the charts. Okay, let's jump into the charts. Okay, we are on the charts right now, and this is GJ. I want to talk about two currencies because it's late and I have to kind of do some other things. Okay, so guys, 1 2 3. Okay, in that video I showed you, I explained what 1 2 3 is on a daily basis, on a weekly template, and today I'm going to be talking about 1 2 3 during the day. Okay, because if you follow this, you can get some good scalps. Okay, good scalps, believe me. So let's look at what really happened today. We had a Asian session that traded, we had a London session that traded, and we had a US session that traded. So guys, one thing about indicators, they do what? They lag. Okay, say this again, indicators lag. You have seen those indicators that, okay, they will give you a green arrow now telling you to buy, to buy, and when it comes here they'll give you that red arrow saying sell. And most of the indicators, by the time, even moving averages, guys, most of the time when they're moving averages are far apart from each other, that means the trend is strong in that direction. Okay, so by the time they are far separated, that's when market makers will start trapping and reversing. Why? Because they know that when your moving averages are showing you that, okay, now this trend is strong, you're all gonna buy, and that's when they'll start punishing. Guys, market makers are cruel. Their goal is to take money from every retail trader and give it to themselves. So you must trade in line with them if you want to be profitable. By the way, stats tells us that 90% of traders are not making profit and only 10% are making profit. Okay, that's because most retail traders are they are relying on indicators. They don't understand what's happening inside. They don't understand their biggest enemies. Okay, that thing of sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, guys, that thing is trash. Okay, because if you read most of the books, if you look at most of the content everywhere, it makes it so easy. Just have the consolidations and have this, have the trend lines and have this. If trading was that easy, why is still 90% of people not profitable? Obviously because most of that knowledge, most of the indicators are being used against you. First thing first, you don't move the market. Market makers do. Okay, they have all that knowledge. By the way, they are the ones who created those kind of knowledge for you. Okay, they have that kind of knowledge. So if they have that kind of knowledge and they created that knowledge, don't you think they're going to use it against you? Exactly, they will. So just know your biggest enemy. Let's jump into this right now. This is one of the number ones that the numbers. This is 1, 2, 3 that most people ignore, and it's highly profitable. This is 1, this is 2, and I'll show you why in a minute, right? This is 2 on the day itself. On the day itself, we talk about days, but we haven't talked about what happens during the day itself. This is 1. You see, the first session went up, we can draw a line. Okay, the second session went up, we can draw a line again. So this session went up, the second session went 2. This is 1 push, 2 push. Everybody who is using this session coloring indicators, everybody knows about the sessions. Most people do. And when they see the first session going up, the second session going up, on the third session, they are still expecting a move up, okay? Because that's what the indicators are showing them. They want to be on the trend, okay? And on the third push, that's when you have to be, most of the time, you have to be aware of what might happen. Most of the time, this is what's going to happen. Use the sessions as your push counts. Use the session as your push counts, okay? Went up first session, second session, third session, they took it up. Oh, okay. They haven't punished yet. Okay? And during every session, what I usually look at is, I don't trade the first hour. I'm interested from 3 o'clock if it's US session. It opens at 2 for me. Okay? So I want to see the first hour trading so that it paints a clear picture for me. And then on the third hour or the fourth hour, that's when I know I'll see or find an opportunity. This gives me 2 hours of trade during a session. Guys, the most thing that people are struggling with is not a system. People are not struggling with a system. To be profitable, one thing you're struggling with, or people are struggling with, is patience. People are not ready to wait. Sometimes when you come to the chart, just look. Is it setting up the right way? Yes or no? If no, then don't do anything. If yes, that's when you can look for an opportunity. Okay? So let's see. The first hour, SGJ, the first hour on the US session, what did it do? Because this session was going up. Again, this one was just going up. Okay, it was just a continuation. You could have taken a continuation when it bounced here. Okay, but let's look at the bigger picture. Okay, let's look at the bigger picture. Okay, what we can talk about right now is the first hour. Okay, here it says 12. I told you when you look at the time, it says 12 because this broker is behind in 2 hours. So when it says 13, that's the open of a new hour. Okay, the new hour opens right here. Okay, the new hour opens right here. Okay, and the third hour opens here. So what did the third hour do? It continued in the same direction. They made a pullback. Okay, and they went up, made the high, came back and locked it, or they actually completed what we call a head and shoulder pattern. What is this? This is a shoulder. Okay, what is this? This is the other shoulder. What is this? This is the head. Okay, this is the head. Sorry guys if my volume is low. It's because it's late. Okay, you see, on a 5-minute chart, that's when this became so visible. But which chart do I use? Which time frame do I use for my analysis? I use the 15-minute chart. Let's go to the 15-minute chart. You don't see the head and shoulder clearly, right? But you can see that, okay, they pulled back, they went and made a peak, and then they pulled down. Yes, it shows that it's a head and shoulder, but it is not that clear. Okay, so when you see this setups happening and all these things, you can go to a lower time frame. It will show you things very quick. Okay, now you can see it's a head and shoulder. Okay, now you can see, but use the 15 minutes. Now you see it's a head and shoulder. Okay, so they gave a pin and they gave an engulf. Guys, these candles are important. Pin plus engulf. These are the candles that will change your life. Okay, these are the candles that will change your life. Okay, just make sure once you identify these candles, become that's when you should be more curious, because the pin takes you up. It didn't start as a pin, it was an engulf. It started going up so quick, and then they came and held the level. It's a pin, but it's also a doji. Yes, a doji. You see, that means they held this level for the whole 5 minutes. So if they can go this amount of pips in 5 minutes, why do they hold it? Why do they hold it? Look at the time now. The time is 4:30. I told you about the timing. Why do they hold this level? This candle holds the level. Make sure nobody is going into profit. Whoever is buying here is not going into profit. They are trapping. Whoever's buying is not going into profit. They hold this level. They went up, prompted people to buy. People were buying on this candle. Now what do? They hold the level, then they engulf it. This is clearly a good buy. Everybody who bought here, this engulfing candle after this is a good buy, okay? And it completed the head and shoulder. And if you don't understand the psychology behind the head and shoulder, okay, this is going up, higher high, they made a higher low. They went up, made a higher high, they made a lower low. People are still thinking that this candle, which shifted the direction from everybody who was buying here, they shifted the zone quite quick. Just look, they shifted the zone. It engulfs 3 candles. Guys, that should tell you something. This candle engulfed 3 candles. That's where you should be curious, not open a trade, but be curious. They shifted the zone. They tried to go back and they held the level for 5 whole minutes, holding the level. You are not in profit. They tried to take you up because this is a white candle and a white candle. Tried to take you up, and then they held the level for 5 minutes. Then it was a good buy. Okay, because people were thinking this black candle, it still does. It's actually making lower lows, higher highs. Book says sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy. So people were buying here. When they gave this one, people were crazily buying. And that's when they did what? They changed the zone. You could have entered your trade here, and you could have taken your 50 pips somewhere where if you entered the moment, maybe this candle engulfed these 2 candles. If you understood the bigger picture, actually it engulfed these 3. So you could have taken your profits on the first push down. Okay, 50 pips. Don't be greedy. Okay, or else if you waited for a break of structure on the inside, they broke structure on the inside, because I want to make things simple. I don't want to show you this. You know, when I understand something, most of the time people who understand will usually assume that everybody understands. Okay, they'll just tell you, okay, you should have sold here. Whereas in our previous videos, we have been talking about the break of structure on the inside. I have a video where I explain this break of structure on the inside. And if I can show you that video right now, I actually think it's this video. This will make you profitable, okay? This video is where I explain the break of structure on the inside. This is where I explain 1, 2, 3. You'll understand it in deep. And this is where I explained the break of structure on the inside. Okay, this is where I explain the setups, what you look for, instead of guessing directions. Okay, this video will clarify a lot of things for you. Okay, so the thing is, I don't want to explain something you don't understand. Okay, because you know, what good will it do for me if I try, or if I keep explaining something nobody understands? It won't even be good for me. Okay, so now if you waited for the break-in structure on the inside, good then, but that will have meant you take your trade during the actually after the session time, which was still okay. If you took your trade maybe somewhere here where actually this candle just engulfed, because first of all you must be sure that they are changing directions before selling. Okay, guys, don't try to be early. Okay, try to be profitable. This thing of being early, you want to buy immediately when you see a red candle. No, don't do that. Okay, sorry for that. Don't do that. Wait for a sign that clearly shows that now they've changed the direction. This is confirmation. Yes, it will take a couple of pip, which maybe you could have made, but you'll make a lot of profit if you wait for them to show you their footsteps. This is their footsteps. They're showing you we broke structure, we tried to go back high, but we failed. Okay, they gave this pin. It didn't start as a pin. This is what I love. It started as a white candle going up so quick, but when it closed, this becomes their footstep. Okay, if you try to guess this candle, then you are losing. You're gonna lose your mind. Okay, because that's not their footsteps. But after you've seen that, okay, this was, and it ended as a pin, right before it's closed, you will know that it's gonna be a pin. You see this one, they tried to go up but they failed. Then they engulf these two candles. This candle goes beyond this two. You can enter a trade even before it closes, or you can enter when there are few seconds left for it to close. Okay. But if you entered here, you would have had your 50 pips. Okay, if you waited for it to close, or maybe a few seconds before it closed, you would have got roughly 49 pips. Okay, but don't be greedy. Once you see them, you see they're pinning and they start giving a W, that's when you know it's time to exit your trade. Okay, this now shows you it's time. I'll show you another sign that shows you that it's now time to exit your trade. You see this? This is a W. This is a W and the pins are starting. That's when you can exit your trade, even before it gives you 50 pips. But one, this sign to show you that it's time to exit your trade, you can just, okay, this is the first push. Let's write number 1. You can see the pushes, guys. You can see the pushes. We can just write number 1, and then this is the second push. The second push is when they went down, they pulled back and they continued. They pulled back and they continued. Okay, and then this is the third push. After the third push, most of the time, that's when they will be ready to either reverse, or you see what they did. We talk about the 1 2 3 1 2 3. Same applies. 1 times of session, 2 in terms of session, 3 in terms of session. 1 2 3. You are scalping, remember. Okay, you are scalping. Okay, you are not a long-term trader. You are a day trader. So you're not gonna be looking for 500 pips, no. Unless you want, if you want to be a long-term trader, then you can look at the fundamentals deeply. That's when you will know which direction the news, the graph will go, because now it's no longer moved by market makers. But as long as it's intraday, it will be moved by market makers. And what are they known for? They are known for manipulating in threes. Okay, threes. That's why I always talk about 3. Okay, now let's look at this 3 pushes in a different way. I'm gonna bring in nothing new. This is a sweet spot indicator. Nothing new. You all know this, okay? And you all have this. It's sweet spot. It's free. If you search for it, you'll find it, okay? So now I'm just gonna change the colors. Usually I like this. Okay, now we have the sessions in. Okay, so I'm showing you the 3 pushes in another way. I want you to understand the pushes during the day, because we have during the day itself, because we have explained in my previous video that I showed you, we explained the 1 2 3 in terms of days and in terms of the weekly cycle. But now we have to explain the number 3 during the day. Okay, and before I show you that, let me say something which is very important, guys. One thing that is keeping people from being profitable is not a system. You don't need a good system. You don't need a good system. Okay, people are buying systems. People are buying all sort of crazy things because they are looking for profitability. Profitability is in your mind. It's not even about the cost you make. It's not even about having a mentor who will hold your hand. No, it's not about that. The only thing that a mentor will help you with is you will feel the need to be accountable. Because if you have a mentor who will come in, you have to report to maybe at the end of the day, which trade did you take, why did you take it. That gives you a sense of accountability, and that's one advantage of having a mentor. But believe me, profitability is not even about having a mentor. It's not. Even if you look for whose course or whose course or whose course, that won't guarantee profitability. Profitability is in you. Point the finger at yourself. You owe yourself profitability. And I'm gonna be honest with you right now. Okay, I know this is painful mirror, especially if you have lost a lot of money throughout your trading journey. It's painful, but somebody has to tell you this, and I'm sorry to be the one to break this bad news to you. You owe yourself profitability. Okay, I might be making these videos to help you, but guys, I'm not the one who owes you profitability. Don't look at me and say, oh, this guy is wrong. No, it's easy to blame other people. Look at yourself. Look at yourself. Point a finger at yourself. Okay, point your finger at yourself. There are people who have produced good content out there. Okay, people like Stacy, they've given free content, best content. Stacy doesn't owe you. Yes, sometimes you might say, hey, the way he explains is difficult, but he doesn't owe you a thing. It's actually a blessing that you should be grateful for, that he is actually helping you, releasing this kind of systems. Guys, these things are expensive. I bought a course, it was expensive, okay, and I told you how I raised the money through blogging to buy that course. But nobody owes you. It's not about the course I took. Stacey is giving free knowledge for free. I'm trying to explain things for free, okay? So you are the one responsible, okay? And one thing, I want to be honest right now, one thing that's keeping most of the people unprofitable is this: impatience to wait. Number 2, you don't have the time to stay on your charts. Look at the time now. It's almost 11 o'clock. Guys, I could be sleeping now. But you know what I'm going to do? After this, I'm going to practice and practice and practice. Maybe up to 2 o'clock, then sleep. Okay? Maybe up to 3 o'clock. Maybe up to 4 o'clock, then I sleep. Okay? And I'll wake up for the London session to see what's happening. Tomorrow is Friday. Friday, they want to book a lot of profits. They've worked during the week. They want to book profits. Market makers want to book profits. It's a good day for trading. Okay? But as long as you don't spend time on your charts, you won't be profitable. I spend hundreds of hours on my charts. Okay? You have to be disciplined. Have a trading plan. Don't be moved by candles. I told you. Instead of trying to catch it here, you can catch this candle. Why? Because now they've showed you that now we are going down. This is the footsteps. You are now sure that even if you put your stops here, if they go out and stop you out, then guys, then you were wrong. Then you don't have to revenge the trade. You just have to accept the defeat and go. Okay, there'll be many more trades afterwards because you waited and they showed you everything before you entered. But if you try to catch it here, then you're gonna feel like, oh no man, maybe I entered too early. Maybe if I waited for this and this, and then they go, throw a pin at you. You say, oh yeah. Now this is it. Guys, you're gonna open 10 positions following each other. You gonna blow your account. Listen to me, you're gonna blow your account, okay? So that's not what you want. You are responsible. And let me tell you something very, very, very crazy. I'm sorry to say this. Most of you know Kylian Mbappe, okay? If you search about Mbappe, just search Kylian Mbappe and look at his pictures. One thing you'll see is we all know that he loves Cristiano Ronaldo. Before even becoming a soccer player, he had pictures of Cristiano Ronaldo hanging all over his wall in his room. Why? Because he knew he had a goal. I want to be like this guy. Okay? So even you, these setups, these things are going to happen every day. you're gonna just look at them and say, okay, this guy was explaining this. Tomorrow that knowledge is gone, it has passed. Guys, when you see something that has played well on your charts on the day, whether you got the trade or you missed it, you do what? Save the chart, take a screenshot, or go and print it. MetaTrader gives you an option to print a chart. You can just take a screenshot, easy, and go and print it. If you don't have a printer, go to the internet cave, print it, take it and paste it on your wall. This is something I learned from one good trader who's highly profitable. He has many charts hanging on his wall, on his fridges, everywhere. Okay, you see, you have done everything. You have marked your charts to see what really happened, where the opportunity was, and everything. Okay, if you still don't see it, it's fine. Print the chart, paste it in your room. Okay, you can have like small pictures every day. You can just go and look at it. Okay, try to remind yourself, oh, this happened and this happened and this happened. Okay, and this was the good trade. Okay. Every day when you see something that plays well, print it. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000 charts, you can keep them in your file. Paste something or some of them on your wall. These things are gonna repeat day in, day out. You see the way I gave you this pushes 1, 2, 3 based on sessions. You'll see that every day you will see this. But if you just look at it on this video and say, no. Okay, yeah, he's right, guys, or even if you like or do whatsoever, that's not going to change your life. I'm sorry. To change your life, you must print this, practice, put them on your wall and practice them every day. When you see them, that's when you will become familiar with them and you will never miss these opportunities. Guys, you must put in the work. If Kylian Mbappe put many pictures in his room, then guys, and he became one of the best player because he was hungry for that. There are many pilots who have pictures of planes in their rooms from when they were children. Okay, that keeps the goal burning. That keeps everything burning. Okay, if you really want to be a trader, you must do something about it. Okay, have goals, have a trading plan. Make sure you follow your trading. Even if you feel like not following it, follow your plan. Okay, so guys, let me just show you this quite quick. I just become emotional because my goal is to help many people, and I know that people are self-sabotaging themselves day in, day out, yet they're pointing fingers at other people, not them. Okay, this market, let's say it started here. Okay, let's see how many pips it went. This is 25 pips. You know that these boxes are 25 pips. This is 50 pips. This is 75 pips. This is 100 pips. This is 125 pips. This is 150 pips. So basically what we can say is that this currency went 150 pips to the top today. Oh, okay, 150 pips. Okay, now divide 150 pips by 3. How many pips do you have? You have 50, 50, 50, 50. This is 3 pushes. Currencies, we have talked about this many times. This gives you 3 pushes to the top, and then obviously after 150, when it goes 150 push, you should have been expecting something more, especially because it's at a number again. You see, they break out, they try to go back to the number, they fail. This failed here, this failed in this box. It didn't even reach this box up here. Okay, so it failed in this 50 pip box, so that should explain something. This is 3 pushes. You are unable to wait. That's why you're losing. Okay, wait, be patient, wait. These charts are not running to anywhere. Be patient and wait, then you'll be profitable. Okay, let's go to one currency again, because I hate talking about the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, but I like it if it's helping, but it's not good, guys. It's really not good. Why? Because at some point you must put in the work. Okay, and make sure you owe yourself sustain profitability. I hear people saying, hey, who people think that because maybe I say I bought a course, that's what changed my life. No, what changed my life is actually spending hours and hours and hours and hours on the chart. That's when you'll understand all these things. Nothing is hard. But but you want to explain everything without going and practicing it. You won't be able to do that, okay? Put in the work, practice. I'm not talking about 1 hour every day, 2 hours every day, 3 hours every day. You can do better than that, okay? Again, this is gold. 1, okay? This is the second push. 2, okay? This is the third push. Guys, this is everywhere. This is 1 push. This is 2 push. This is 3 pushes, okay? This is 3 pushes. This is 3 pushes. Let's look at the number of pips this thing went, okay? From the low of yesterday, okay, it went 160 pips. That's 150. That's 50, 50, 50, okay? If we take it from, I took it from the low because it was almost at the low, okay? So if we take it from here, now it's 147, 150, okay? It's 150. They went 150 pips up. 150 pips up. 150 pips up. 150 pips up. Same thing we've been saying. 1 push during this session, 2 push during this session, and the 3rd push on the US. And this push was influenced by news, okay? Now, guys, I told you, somebody's just gonna look at this chart and say, oh wow, this was true. Oh wow, this is true. What are you doing about it? Go and put these indicators. This is iSessions. Just Google iSession and download it. This is the numbers. It's called Sweet Spot. Just Google them. They are free and use them, okay? And this is an EMA of 20. And I know this indicator, most of you might not find it because it's not even free, okay? So what you do, if the day ended like this, just draw a line, okay? Do like this. You don't even have to have this indicator. People want everything, and they think just because we don't have these indicators, no, it's not about having the indicator. You see, isn't this the indicator? You can do this every day before the moment you open your charts. Isn't this that indicator? Nah. Aren't these things the same? Just because this one is doing it automatically doesn't mean that just because you don't have it, you won't be profitable. No, you can do this. Isn't this the same thing? Okay, for it to be the same thing, you can just pull it back like this. Guys, this is not even rocket science, okay? I could have done this before the session opened. This is the high of yesterday. Wait, sorry guys, sorry. You see, I don't know, but anyway, you get my point. I don't want to waste my time trying to pull it in. You know, when I'm trying to pull something like this and it's just not no, it's fine, but you can just make sure you pull it and put it. It's just that my charts are moving quite quick right here. Maybe it's because of, you see, isn't this the same thing? Isn't this the same thing? Huh? Why do you say you need everything? People think they need everything to be profitable. No, you need discipline. You need to practice. You need to put in the time. Isn't this the same indicator? Yes, it is. Can't you draw this? It doesn't even take you 2 seconds to draw this. It won't even take you 2 minutes to draw this for the whole week. Will it? No, it won't. Guys, something boils to you. Okay, you don't need this indicator. People tell you that, hey, I need this, I need that. No, you don't need it. Here it is. So simple, okay? You see now, 1, 2, 3. Let's go to a smaller time frame. Let's see what really happened. These things are all the same. These things are all the same. All the same. You see, when this thing go vertical, I told you, the US has many opportunities, okay? So when this thing go vertical, like this, it went vertical, okay? Let's look at what it did. Let's go to a 1 minute time frame, because that's when you'll see a clear picture, more especially on the news, because they will just go home, okay? And if you're looking at a bigger time frame, you just see one big candle without knowing what's happening, okay? This thing, let me change that. This is what people are unable to do. I've had people telling me that they need this indicator. You don't need everything, okay? You don't need everything. I don't care if I have it or not. I just happen to have it, okay? But It doesn't mean everybody needs it. If you don't have it, you won't be profitable, or you won't understand. No, you will. Okay, this is the pattern. Okay, people are buying this move. And remember, when there's news, I told you about spread. Go and look at my previous video where I showed you live spread happening. Where is the video? This video here. If you don't know this, you'll blow your account. Okay, this video is where I showed you spreads happening live spreads. Okay, so just look at how they manipulate with spreads. If you enter this move during the news, you might enter here, but your order will be fulfilled not less than 50 pips above, because of the spreads. Immediately when the news happened, they increase the spreads, and just because prices reached this point, okay, the spread went beyond. Okay, so that's something you have to know during the news. That's why most of the time we wait for the news. Okay, so this market has been going up. Okay, and now it has gone up for 3 levels and 3 sessions. I told you, I showed you. Somebody will come and say, what do I mean? But I showed you guys. Okay, I want us all to be profitable, but for that I have to tell you the hard truth. Okay, let's do this right here. Just want to, okay, I wanted to make this a bit thicker. It's fine. Okay, I wanted to make this a bit thicker, but I believe we can all see it. Okay, they gave an M and they traded back to it in, let's see, they tried to go back to it in 1, 2, 3 pushes. You see this candle? This candle is just a week, so I'm not gonna say, okay, I'm gonna say 1, okay, 2, and I'm gonna put this S3, and then they tried to give a final push to the top. They tried to give a final push to the top. Look at what happens. A final push to the top. Okay, but this was the third part, and then they engulfed everything. You could have waited for this last push, okay, and then you could have entered here, because this here, or you could have entered here, but this is the engulf that shows you, oh, we are done with this nonsense. And you could have just put your stops right here. Okay, you could have done this if you saw this pattern. Okay, besides, the timing was perfect, but this one just had too many entries, and I'll try to explain all these things. Okay, I'll try to explain all these things. My video is almost coming to an end, guys. It's too late. It's 11 o'clock right now and I'm tired. Okay, if you put your stops right here, then let's see, where is your 50 pips? Okay, let's just move this. Let's see, where is your 50 pips? You could have got 50 pips right on the first push. Right on the first push. Okay, you could have got 50 pips. Okay, or you could have just held. They did try to come back, but they didn't reach your stops, and then you could have got more than 100 and something pips. Okay, because they were news. Okay, you could have just used maybe this level. If, say, maybe you use this level, okay, and the high. Usually I use the bodies. I don't want the wicks. Okay, because prices are contained on the bodies. Okay, and then you could have just run a Fibonacci. Where is 2 levels? Yes, I believe you could have okay. You see, it just went close to 3, but it gave you 2. So even if you use this Fibonacci, you could have taken roughly 68 pips. But those were not the only entries on this today. Now we know, and we can see that, oh, okay, the market has broken down. Okay, so this is the high, this is the recent high. We are on a smaller time frame. Okay, this is the high and this is the low. This is the high, this is the low, and this is the high. So they just took it back to the high, just violently like this. Okay, this is the high. So where did they break structure on the inside? This is the first break of structure on the inside. What time? It's 3:30. So if 3:30, you see, 3:30 they broke structure, and the market is broken down. The market is not going up, it's broken down. So basically, if the market is broken down, that means the market is down. You don't have to oppose this trend. Okay, so if you waited for a break in structure, this is the break, this is the low, this is the high. Everything in between is consolidation. Yes, it will make high, low, high, low, high, low. So if you understood here, this was the lock. They made a pattern, they broke out of that pattern, they traded 3 pushes back into the pattern. They gave another try, yet failed. So you could have entered here, somewhere here. It's up to you for the first trade. Or else you could have taken 50 pips. Again, when they broke structure on the inside. This is what? Break of structure on the inside. Break of structure on the inside. When they broke this, okay, on the inside, you could have waited. They went up back. Look what they give you here. They give you this doji. They held the level for the whole minute, whereas in a minute they can go this amount of pips. If they could go this amount of pips, why do they hold it here? And then they gave you this pin engulf. Good. If you were doubting this, you could have entered right here, because now it has confirmed that it's going down. Put your stops here. How many pips? Just make sure it's within 20 pips. This is 22 pips. So you can have just tried to lower your stops to maybe here. Okay, because the more stops you have, the more you're gonna lose if you are wrong. So you could have waited for this 12 pips, and you could have entered, put your stops right above this candle, and then it went down. They tried to pull back, but they failed. Okay, now they went vertical down quite quick. Okay, after the break of structure on the inside. What is the break of structure on the inside? This is the break of structure on the inside. This video explains the break of structure on the inside. Just go and look at it. I explain everything about the break of structure on the inside. Okay, so all in all, I've just showed 2 beautiful trades that happened today. For you to understand, you must watch and start practicing. Okay, tell yourself, today I want to see the 1 2 3 on a daily basis. Practice only that 1 2 3 1 2 3, and then try to review them. Was it this wrong? Rectify your mistakes. Come back tomorrow, do the same thing. Come back for the 3rd day, do the same thing. You'll start understanding the days. Just because maybe when I'm explaining now it seems like it's so hard, doesn't mean it's hard. Okay, take your time, invest your time. Okay, today I want to understand the break of structure on the inside. Go and follow this. Go to your charts, practice it today, practice it tomorrow, practice it the following day. Even if it's 3 hours per day, that's good. Okay, practice 1 hour, you won't understand, fine, forget about that. Do something different, come back later, practice again. You'll start grasping it. Even if it's not clear, then fine, close your charts, go do something else, come back later again, try to understand the very same thing. You do that for 3 days. Believe me, you're gonna understand all these things. There's nothing hard. You are the only person who is being hard on yourself. You want somebody who will explain those things. Guys, remember, if these things were so easy, everybody would have been profitable today, and that's not the role of the markets. Okay, that's not the objective of the markets. So they are gonna throw crazy tricks at you. Be patient. Allow them to play. Guys, these people won't just miraculously just go boom. No, they won't do that. They won't just no, they won't do that. That's why they go up. They take their time. They show you why, because they can't hide it. They have to shift the zone immediately from those who bought. They must make sure those who bought lose immediately. Okay, they must first convince people to take a trade. Okay, and if they are busy convincing, that's when you will see don't be in this mess. Don't be in this mess. Why would you want to be in this mess? Huh? Because everybody opening a trade with right here, you are in the mess. Showing you up there, going down. Okay, showing you up there, going down. Showing you, stay back. You want to see the last push out of this mess. Let this mess play out. Now you see where I showed you the entry. It's out of the mess. Look at the mess. This mess is all over here. That's where it ends. And then you find your entry when now they are done. They can't hide these footsteps, guys. They can't. Even if they want, they can't, because they have to trap and send people into the wrong direction. Okay, and then when they are busy doing that, Guys, you can blow your account just here. Believe me, when I was starting, I've blown my account trying to, and that was on gold, okay, trying to catch all the nonsense that is happening in here, or when they are trapping. Don't do that. You don't want to be in this mess. If you look at, was it Audi JPY? Audi JPY. Don't trade this time, because this time, guys, when it's late, they will open their spreads, okay? 6 pip spread. Don't trade. It was Audi, I think. Was it this one? I don't remember which one it was, but that was a lot of chopping. Okay, let's go to a smaller time frame. Maybe try to see this on a smaller time frame. No, there was a currency that was just choppy at the top. I don't remember if it's yesterday or today, but there was a currency that was choppy, and that's something you don't want to be. Even in here, something like, you don't want to be in this nonsense, okay? You don't want to be in this nonsense, okay? Because all of this is nonsense. They haven't given a clear picture. So guys, just make sure you stay away. You see, everyone taking a trade here, this is nonsense, guys. Just give the child some space to play. When they do this rubbish, don't be inside of it, okay? Do not be inside of nonsense. You see, there's nonsense. Don't be inside of it. Wait for them to do their nonsense. Just be curious. Okay, now they might be trapping. Stay aside and look at them trap. Okay, it costs nothing to stay aside, but just try to be less emotional. It's hard, I know, but just try that. Okay, let them do their nonsense. You see, 1, 2, 3, another push, then they take the market down. Remember, now they are out of this. You see, there was this line here. They were not going below this line. You see, they were making sure to hurt everybody in this line, okay? So the moment they are done, guys, they are done. The moment they are done, they are done. Even if, guys, no matter what I say, if you put your stops here, you would have got your 50 pips. Even this, you could have had another trade, okay? If you understood that the market is already going down, you don't have to counter trend this move. Do not counter trend this move. A move that has already broken down and locked the high, don't counter trend it. A move that has broken out and locked the high, don't counter trend such a move. If it's still going out, they will make sure not to lock the high. First bounce, I understand that, but this one, they lock the high. When they make a pattern and trade back into it, maybe in 3 pushes or more, that's a lock. And then when they fall down, that market is going down. They pull back to lock everybody else who maybe have sold here. They are locking you out. If you are greedy, they are locking you out. And then now they fall freely without anybody. The goal of the market is to take money from many and give it to few. So even if they've trapped many, the fact that you were right, they want to shake you off. And they're going to do that in one way or the other. And then you see now everything is clear. They are going down, okay? Oh, sorry. They are now going down. And guys, this was a beautiful trade, okay? It was a beautiful trade. So all in all, thank you guys. I just hope the volume was good, even though it was low, because I told you already. So guys, I thank you a lot, and yeah, all the best for tomorrow. Remember, stay disciplined. That's what will change your life. Thank you.